Hello, welcome back to Learn Astrology with Mary, Astro Mary. My name's Mary English and I'm a professional astrologer that works in private practice in the UK. Now this week I'm going to just tell you how to make a progressed chart. Next week we're going to discuss it in more detail, but all I want to do today is how you go about getting a progressed chart. So last week we were talking about transits, and transits are when you have your birth chart and stuff comes past and activates or doesn't your own natal chart. And a progressed chart is a completely different thing. And there's different ways of doing progressions, but the one I'm going to be talking about is that for every day that you were alive, for every year that you were alive, the chart gets moved forward by 1 day. So when you get to 30 years old, we move your chart forwards by 30 days. So obviously not much in your chart is going to move because it's only the moon that moves really swiftly. It takes 28 days for it to go around the zodiac. The sun might shift a bit depending on your ages, how far things have progressed. Now because it's such a deep and long thing to explain, as I say, all I want to do this week is to show you how to make the chart. So get your chart ready. So next week when we get into it a bit more, we'll go into what everything means. So off we go. First thing, let's go to astro.com and put your cursor over free horoscopes. Scroll across to the page until you get to extended chart selection. Click on that. Ping. And as in my case, we have to sign in because everything's confidential in my account. And we will now choose your chart. So horoscope 4. So choose the person you want to do it for. Who am I going to do this week? I'm going to do, let's think now, who have I got in here? I'm going to do A A Milne, the author. Bless. And so where it says chart type, so it's method circle is written in red, then underneath that is chart type. It says natal chart wheel. I'd like you to click on prognostic method. So in that box, scroll down, and then you've got a choice between transits, natal chart and transits, natal charts, transits, progressions. We're just going to do natal and progressed chart, right? So click on natal and progress chart, and in the house system under options, make sure you choose equal house, okay? And then click here to show chart. Now, depending on when you were born or how your chart is shaped or what it's all about, you're going to have, as per usual, in the centre, your birth data, so the planets and all the things aspecting each other. Blimey, hasn't A A Milne got an amazing chart? I haven't got an accurate time for him. I've chosen 6 AM, but he's got an absolutely amazing grand try and get him. And then on the outside of the wheel are going to be your progressed planets. And as I say, all I want you to do this week is to be able to make a progressed chart. So that's it. Your chart on the outside are going to be the progressions. And next episode, I'm going to talk in more detail. I'm going to use some chart examples. I'm going to use a few famous people here or there so you can follow along and do it. But the important thing is I want to show you how to do it. So that's what you've chosen now is natal and progress chart. And so on the outside of the wheel, it's the progressions of the planet from where they were because it will always use today's date. Yeah. So when you make this up, the default setting for it is to choose today's date. But you could, for instance, choose progressed planets for maybe the date you got married or had a baby or started work or dumped your boyfriend or whatever, but it's nice to do a progression chart just to see where you're at in your life at the moment. Is there anything that might be major going on that might be reflective of what's happening for you in your life at the moment? So let's go to astro.com, extend to chart selection, click to get your horoscope up for whichever chart you want to do. Go to natal chart and progressed. Make sure you use an equal house, and I'll speak to you next week. Do have a fab week. Bye bye now.